דקה. אחי, טוב. משהו.
Talk to me, bitches. Talk to me. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate everybody checking in. It's your boy Untouchable City. Hope y'all having a blessed day. I just got back from vacation. Check out some of my videos from me going to Puerto Rico. Yes, it was a big deal because I don't travel that much. Y'all can probably see I got a little bit of a tan and all that good stuff. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I want to say what's up to all my new subscribers. Everybody that's been hitting that subscribe button, I appreciate you. It does not go unnoticed. We are a small community, but we are the Untouchables, and I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in, who's been liking the videos, who's been commenting. And even if you got something bad to say, if you say, hey, you know, Untouchable, you know, he don't know nothing. I'm cool with that. Hey, that's your opinion. That's how you feel. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But today's topic is I wanted to talk about my new 300 Blackout I built for my wife. I really did, because it's so kick-ass. And I've been getting so many comments on it. I love it, but I think we gotta address the elephant in the room. And some guys may feel like, hey, you know, this is another third world nation country, blah, blah, blah. But we're gonna talk about the water shortage, the water crisis that's going on in Mexico. As preppers, it's very hard to argue with water. My camera keep moving. It's very hard to argue with water not being your number one item. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard to, if water is not your number one option as a prepper, other than gas and protection and food, water should be your number one priority. Clean water. I know it's mine. And I got a lot of water stored up, put it like that. I'm not gonna go into details about how much I got, but I got a lot. And sometimes my wife always says, you got too much water, you got water everywhere. You got water here, you got water in the garage, you got water there. But what's going on in Mexico, man, they having a severe drought like never before. They having a drought that I have never seen. They got boats that's sitting on ground that where water was, that's where the boat was. Now, the president of Mexico, or whatever he is, or whatever the guy's name is, he said it's because of Coca-Cola and Heineken and all these other places that's sucking all the water out of the lakes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying that, you know, it's because, sorry about that. He's saying because all the water is just getting sucked out because of like beverage companies that's basically farming Mexico for the water. My thing is, like, you guys not monitoring this? Like, you think water is just gonna reappear? Like, that's not gonna happen, bro. So they got people, and these are like the high-end areas of Mexico. So this isn't like where the cartel is at or nothing like that. Like, this is like high-end areas in Mexico. You know, and if you ever been to Mexico, it's some nice places in Mexico. It ain't just all drugs. It It ain't just all straight drugs and all this other shit. It's some nice ass places in Mexico that's nicer than in California. Now you do gotta look for them, but they out there. But digressing, Mexico running out of water, drinkable water. Their water, and some people say, well, their water already was fucked up. It's already was messed up. Their water was already trash. Whatever. All right. Nah, this shit is serious. Like the government is giving out water on a weekly basis, just so all the residents can be okay. So you literally have a water shortage and a water war going on right now. They got a lady who they show, she got a big barrel and she basically waits for it to rain and she's using rainwater. And I do have one of them as well. You know what I'm saying? I got one of them, and I got somewhere, if I need to boil my water outside, I got a couple propane tanks, so if I ever got to just boil some water, I can boil my water or whatnot. Yeah, so it's serious over there, man. So it's not in the United States, but that's very close. That's very close, y'all. It's very close. It's very close. And they're struggling, man. They're struggling over there, man. So water, man. Get your water in order, man. That taught me something right there, man. You know, you can never have enough water. So it was funny because I was just talking to this guy about EVs, and how he was telling me, like, yeah, they pushing gas cars out. They're pushing gas cars out. Gas is no longer going to be relevant anymore. So it's going to be EVs. You know, I was talking to this chief engineer, and he was like, yo, like, we're not even going to make any more gas cars because they won't be profitable in, he said, like, next 5 years. He said just gas cars won't be profitable unless you're gonna be buying some Corvette or freaking Lamborghini, Ferrari. He said in the next 5 years, he said his company isn't even gonna be making gas cars in the next 5 years. He said they're already, this is how serious this EV thing is, you guys. They don't even have that on his outlook anymore for any more projects. He said he's no longer on projects dealing with gas cars. This is a head engineer. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but this is a head engineer. He said they're not even looking. They have no interest. This is a huge automaker that I'm talking about. He said they are no longer investing resources into gas cars. They're just not doing it. Won't be profitable in 5 years. Now, is that true? I don't know. You know, but digressing, he was telling me that between gas and water, those are the two most important resources that we can store right now. Because in a minute, gas is gonna be so high, it's gonna be a luxury. And I know that's like untouchable. That's not possible. Like, that'll never happen. Bro, it's already happening. Having fresh water and gas will be a luxury when the collapse happens. It won't be anything else more important than gas and water. One is already taking effect in Mexico right now. Gas and water. They're limiting how much in Mexico, how much water you can get by, or they're giving away fresh fresh water will be the next great conflict. It was going to be about food and water. Food, water, gas. We already had the war about gas. The next two is going to be about food and water. My prediction. These are just my thoughts. This is nobody else telling me anything. This is just how I feel. The next war is going to be about fresh water and food. That's it. I went to Chipotle today, man. I got a regular bowl. I always get extra meat. My bowl at Chipotle was like $15, bro. That's stupid high. If you guys ever been to Chipotle, man, you know the bowl ain't even that big, man. It's like $15. The average person in America probably only makes like $20 an hour, if that. The next war is gonna be about clean water and food, man. Look it up. Look up Mexico. Go ahead. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. They're in a serious ass shift situation. Clean water. Clean water. That's it. That's all they trying to get. They not fighting over guns. They not fighting over ammunition. They not fighting over real estate. They not fighting over dumbass Gucci belts, fucking Louis Vuitton, fucking designer shit, PlayStations. They just want some clean water. Think about that. I'm gonna quit talking, just think about that. Can you imagine waking up, turning on your faucet every day, and it's no clean water? Would you and your family be okay? I'm gonna wait. Probably not. The average family, probably not. So I think as preppers, and even if you're not a prepper, if you're watching this and you're not a prepper, I'm not gonna tell you to be one. But what I will tell you is the next big conflict, mark my word, they're gonna call it something else, but it's gonna be about water. It's gonna be about food. That's what it's gonna be. Because if you don't have, think about it, if you don't have clean water, you can't even go to war. You can't even go to war without clean water. Before you give your army any kind of orders, the first order will be getting them clean water. Water, hydration. That's what it's gonna be about, y'all. That's what it's gonna be about. That's what it's gonna come down to. And in Mexico, they're in a full shift. And then I hear somebody in the back saying, untouchable. That's just Mexico. No, it's not just Mexico. It's not just Mexico. It's other countries. And I got a list at my laptop that I was looking it up. And I don't want to name any countries and be wrong, but it's a couple other major countries. I want to say Venezuela, and there was another one. But there are other countries that's going through this too. So, and it's gonna be somebody on my timeline that say, man, that would never happen in the United States. That'll never happen in the United States. You're wrong. Absolutely wrong. And that's an ignorant way to think. And it was funny. I was having a conversation with some of my wife's friends. And you know, my wife, she don't like for me to talk about my prepper lifestyle with her friends sometimes, because I'm right about a lot of things. And it's an uncomfortable feeling to be in a room with somebody who isn't a prepper. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say it again. It's an uncomfortable feeling to let somebody know you're a prepper and they're not one. Because I'm gonna tell you how the conversation goes. I'm gonna tell you how the conversation goes. And I'm gonna keep it short. Well, I have 30 gallons of water. That's what I would say. Their response is, this is the world. Well, you need to leave some for somebody else. No, you have the same opportunity that I do to get what you need right now. Why aren't you acting on it? Well, don't you think that's being selfish? No. It's people like you that stop everybody else from getting stuff. I don't care. Me and mines, we're gonna be okay. Then we have the conversation about guns. You know how that goes. I don't even need to talk about that. Well, why do you have 15 assault rifles? The first thing that comes to my mind is, why don't you have 15 assault rifles? Why are you wasting money on all this stupid shit that will never do anything for you? You know what I'm saying? I still own nice stuff, don't get me wrong. I got Cartier glasses and stuff like that, but before I buy any of that, I made sure that I have my necessities. You know what I'm saying? This is our conversation. Nobody needs, what do you need 15 assault rifles for? So when you run out of water and you try to come hurt me, I can defend myself. Well, you don't want to share with anybody? No, I don't. I'm not sharing anything with you. So it's an uncomfortable feeling to be in a room with people who are not preppers, because they won't get it. They will never understand